I have a question for you. What's one extra year of peak performance worth to you? If your decisions move markets, shape teams, shape public perceptions, steer 8 and 9-figure outcomes, then an added year of better clarity, more energy, more resilience might be the highest return of investment that you can make. Welcome, I'm Julian Hayes II, founder of Executive Health, and we help CEOs, entrepreneurs, and other A-level leaders optimize their billion-dollar assets so they can thrive in business, lead in their communities, and be more present with their families, which is the most important of those three right there. Now, for leaders, health is far from a vanity metric. When you're a 20-year-old, you're in college, like when I was in 20, health was most definitely a vanity metric. I just wanted to look good, wanted my muscles, wanted my broad shoulders. I just wanted to show off and look good. Still want that a little bit. But health now for us, it's more of an operating system now, not just something superficial. It's an operating system. Because when our energy dips, our decision quality lowers, our decision quality narrows the margin of that. When our sleep starts to suffer and essentially suck, our risk tolerance, our impulsivity rises. When labs are normal, but we don't feel right still, our biology isn't optimized. We pay something I call the invisible tax. Slower strategic cycles, more rework, more times of miscompounding. So I want to offer you a simple lens. I don't think I've seen too many videos doing this, and I don't even know why I thought of this, but I did. If your time is conservatively valued at $2,000 an hour, and you reclaimed at least 5 high clarity hours a week back, that's $10,000 a week right there. That's over $500,000 in a year, if my math's correct. Add one avoided mishire, one better M&A decision, or maybe even just obtaining an awesome M&A opportunity, one faster strategic pivot, one better hire, better leadership with your team. And we're not even including things in your personal life with your family and having more presence there. What's that's worth? We're sticking to the business side of things. This return of investment multiplies. So the real question isn't what does elite health cost? It's what is peak performance worth when it compounds for another year and even another year? And as always, we're looking into this in threes. The first one is, where does the return of investment actually come from? There's 3 levers where this is going to come from. When you think of return of investment with your health, you're thinking of number 1, reclaimed time. So recovery, circadian alignment, workload design that's set up now to give you more top shelf hours. Not just more hours. You don't need to work more. You don't need longer days. You need a higher percentage of A hours. Upgraded cognition, targeted sleep architecture, metabolic flexibility, better mitochondrial support, better light hygiene that's going to sharpen your memories, that's going to help you focus better, that's going to help your overall executive functioning. So your real edge is in high variance environments. Risk reduction, proactive screening, longitudinal data that drops the odds of a blindsided misdiagnosis, silent cardiovascular risk, or burnout-driven errors. So one prevented setback can fund years of optimization. And so as we build on this, what one extra year of peak performance looks like, not as a theory, but as an operating system. I'm going to ingrain that in anyone's head who keeps watching these videos. Operating system. So I thought about a hypothetical scenario. So quarter one, we can call it like a precision baseline. You have advanced labs, you have imaging where indicated, you have cognitive and metabolic assessments, you have wearable calibrations, and you have a tailored plan that aligns with your calendar, not some generic protocol, a cookie cutter approach or anything like that. It's legitimately and fully tailored for you. And we're getting all this organized, and we're taking some action slowly but surely. Quarters 2 and 3, execution and iteration. Weekly routines for sleep, light, training, and nutrition. They're fitting your travel that you're doing a lot of times. You're fitting your board cycles. Your some people call it like a red team stress test for high stakes, periods of high stakes, I should say. Data-driven tweaks every 30 to 45 days. Quarter 4, compounding all this. Strategic deloads, push cycles around major initiatives, updated screening, and a next year roadmap to deepen your capacity rather than reinvent it annually. I just made this kind of thing up. All these things are used in people's programming, and the order is going to be different. The focus is going to be different. But I just wanted to give you an idea of what that looks like practically, not just theory. And so now let's do some quick napkin math to anchor your numbers. So pretend we're at a restaurant and I grab a napkin, I got a nice pen, and I'm getting ready to write these numbers down here. So let's say the annual value that you create or control times a conservative improvement rate, even 1 to 3%. That's going to equal your upside. The hours of what we're going to call A time, this is top tier time, right? The hours of this time gained per week times your hourly enterprise value times 50 weeks. Because, I don't know, 2 weeks, maybe you just are completely terrible this 2 weeks, but so we just use 50. We're calling this our reclaimed capacity. And then you add avoidable cost like mishires, delayed decisions, medical downtime, energy days that where you're not able to function because of your energy, or sick days for yourself, talent churn from inconsistent leadership energy from yourself. So even with conservative inputs, 1 extra year at true peak that's sustainable usually pencils out to 7 figures in enterprise impact. So the investment is not a cost center. It's actually what you would call it, a efficiency engine. Now, I'm sure this kind of thing seems expensive, or like it just doesn't make sense to be like that. Well, compared to what? I say this a lot, and I'll keep repeating because some things need to be repeated. 1 poor strategic call, an avoidable health event, a year of operating at 80% multiplies more. If a 1% lift on a $50 million decision path equals 500,000, then the math is fairly obvious there. If you already have, you already work out and you have like a basic doctor, it's great. Access does not equal outcomes. Having some type of integrated system for yourself that goes deeper is recommended. Most things optimize parts and exist in silos. I would say sustainable peak performance comes from a cohesive, integrated system. So if you're serious, though, about extending your run at the top, I wouldn't frame this as healthcare. I would frame this as high leverage capacity building. One extra year of peak performance compounds across your wealth, your team building, and your family. This is the real return on investment. And if you would like help with this, if you would like a private, no pressure diagnostic call to see what your next 13 months could look like, I would love to have the opportunity to map it out. We can quantify your personal return of investment drivers, identify some quick wins for you, and build a plan that fits your reality, board meetings, travel, and all other things in between and involved. And until next time, thanks for joining me. I'll see you on the next video. Stay awesome, be limitless, and optimize today and lead tomorrow. Peace.